Welcome back, everyone. It's time for Sunshine Escapes right now with Derek and Polly here on Cruise1st TV as Norwegian Cruise Lines takes us free at sea for some tempting little numbers.
And we get to see some of their most exciting new ships too in this show. We've got 2 weeks around the Caribbean on the new Norwegian Prima for January, including a 2-night stay in Houston. And for next September, 9 nights on the Viva, taking us around Greece and Turkey with an overnight in Istanbul and a couple of nights on a city break in Athens.
Sounds lovely. All of the offers in this show have low deposits and include free at sea too. So drinks, excursion credits, Wi-Fi and some of those wonderful specialty restaurants that Norwegian are famous for are included. One of her most popular ships is the Norwegian Sun, and she will be taking us to paradise on the first 20-night offer in the show, starting on the 13th of September next year, by flying off to a place you only need to hear the name of to know that it's beautiful, Tahiti. And we're off to a 2-night hotel stay in Papeete, which is the capital of French Polynesia. And just seeing images like that tells you anything and everything you could ever wish to know about being in this part of the world, right?
You're right. Like you said, it's paradise, natural beauty, turquoise lagoons, and it's got such rich Polynesian culture as well. I mean, you could relax on the beaches and just spend your days just, I don't know, reading your book, having a really nice unwind and feeling at one with yourself.
Yes.
bit of self-love. Or if you want to do something, there's a Circle Island tour that you could do. It's a guided tour around the island, but I'll take the beach option. So you've got 2 nights in a hotel plus your first night on board the ship here in port, which is fantastic.
Even better.
So let's take a look at Norwegian Sun and see where you're just going to be on board for 14 nights. Where's going to be home for 2 weeks? Could you see yourself feeling at home here?
Easy.
Easy, absolutely.
Especially when so much is taken care of on board. And again, you know, we never talk about drinks being on board as an overindulgence thing. Please drink responsibly, one at a time. You know we always say that. But to know that every single time you go to a bar just for a relaxing gin and tonic before dinner or pre-show or whatever, not going onto the bill. Fantastic, lovely. Take some of the worry out, take some of the anxiety out. Means you can really enjoy your holiday. Not overindulge, but just know that once you're on board, you're not dipping into your pocket every 5 minutes for this or that or the other.
You can tell I'm ready for another holiday, because when you were saying that pre-dinner gin and tonic, I was thinking, yeah, that's going to be made for me. Yeah. Then someone's going to put the glass in the dishwasher for me. Yeah. And then someone's going to put the glass back on the shelf for me. Yeah. And I was thinking of like all the stuff that I won't have to do.
And you don't have to have that argument about, you know, who didn't fill up the ice cube tray and all of that stuff. It's all taken care of.
Have you got CCTV in our house?
So much to look forward to on this ship, and your 2 weeks of cruise is incredible. Remember, your first night on the cruise is still in Tahiti. And then let's go and see the rest of paradise, shall we?
Oh, paradise. So we first stop in Moorea. Now you've got a great lagoon excursion here where you can take a boat tour, or if you want to be a bit more independent, rent a kayak or paddleboard and just explore the amazing scenic lagoons because it's so beautiful. Bora Bora is next, which I know is that where Kim Kardashian lost some diamond?
Is it?
Yeah, there was a famous episode that my kids always tell me about. So yeah, get in there. Or you might want to go and relax on the beaches, or there's just so much lovely things to do. A few days at sea and you're going to arrive in Hilo in Hawaii, which is amazing. You've got the Volcanoes National Park while you're there, the Rainbow Falls. There's something about waterfalls that are just so majestic and peaceful and beautiful. Lovely. Next, you're going to be in Kaluna Kona in Hawaii still, which is amazing. Oh, just beautiful. The magic sands there. Just sounds incredible, doesn't it? Just like lying on the beach. Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Next, it is Kauai, where you've got an overnight on board in port. You can explore the coast on a high-speed Zodiac raft if you're there, getting quite close to the sea caves, waterfalls, and there's lots of hidden beaches as well. Go and see the secret beaches. Oh, imagine having a whole beach to yourself. Just lovely. Next, it's Maui. Now, the thrill here is whale watching. Humpback whale season, amazing. And you can just see them all in their natural habitat. Just, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's like something you see in films. You're going to see it in real life. Then we arrive in Honolulu, where you will come off the cruise ship. But this holiday isn't over. You're going to get 2 nights in a hotel. Amazing. You've got to get to Waikiki Beach, haven't you? And just relax there. Amazing surfing if you fancy it, or take a surf lesson while you're there as well. If you want to do something a little bit more active, hike to the summit of Diamond Head. You've got views at the top there. It's really worth it, of the whole of Honolulu and the coastline as well. And this trail takes you through a volcanic crater as well. Lots of photo opportunities. There's the Falls Trail as well. I was talking about waterfalls before, wasn't I? How beautiful they are.
Very nice.
How majestic. It's a lush rainforest trail just leading to beautiful waterfalls. And when you think, oh, hiking, that sounds strenuous, don't worry, it's relatively easy. But this is Hawaii, it's your holiday, and if you just want to get there and sit on a beach, no judgment from me, that's my favourite pastime.
If you wouldn't mind picking me up one of those shirts that we saw there, $14 look very reasonable. They do look very, very colourful. You know, I can never have enough, Mr. P.
How many do you have? Come on, because that is a viewer question.
There's a whole walk-in wardrobe.
Where do you get your shirts from, and how many do you have?
Here, there, and absolutely everywhere. I can't tell you all my secrets, but if you would like to pick me up another one, $14 looks a very, very reasonable outlay for a lovely, what do you call it? Bermuda? No, Bermuda? Hawaiian shirt. Hawaiian shirt, yes, of course. That's where it was, wasn't it? Oh, blimey, this cold's going to my head, you see. Right, so... size small, Mr. P thought you'd need to know. Yes, really, yes. 20 nights for September next year. He's a cheeky what's it. Included in the price I'm about to give you is the flight from the UK out to Tahiti for a stay in paradise for 2 nights there in a hotel before you board Norwegian Sun. While you're on board the cruise as well, you've got premium drinks included. You've got shore excursion credit for every port that you go to. You've got 2 nights of speciality dining included, which is lovely. And you've got Wi-Fi, and you'll be going around French Polynesia and the Hawaiian Islands, ending in Honolulu. That's when you leave the Norwegian Sun and have an extra 2-night hotel stay there before you then fly back to the UK. Very reluctantly indeed. The great news is, well, everything's great about this holiday, isn't it really? But the even better news is a deposit today of just £199 each will lock in the price for you. And funnily enough, because it sounds like one of those very, very expensive, tailored kind of bespoke holidays, you would never expect all of those experiences to come in at this kind of price tag, because, you know, Norwegian is a premium cruise line as well. It's very smart, it's very vivacious. You know, we factored in the free at sea there, so you have got the drinks and the speciality dining and Wi-Fi and the other bits and pieces in there as well. But that's a great value offering when you consider all the flights are taken care of, and you've got the stay in Tahiti, and you've got the stay in Honolulu as well, which is amazing. Lovely. What a holiday. You can't really say no to this one, can you? It's very, very difficult to. Here's the upgrade prices on board. So if you want to upgrade to Ocean View or indeed to balcony, I think actually when our team are putting these holidays together, in fairness, they're putting their own dream holidays together as well. You know, that they are people who love their holidays as well. So what they'll do is they'll try and find, you know, rather than, it's so funny, isn't it? When you try and book a holiday yourself, you're kind of like, okay, well, I'll go to one of those websites that does this and that and that and try and stitch it all together, and it all ends up a big mess and you end up booking nothing. Something like this, our team say, okay, well, you know, the cruise is there, but it's a shame to just fly to the cruise, do the cruise, then fly back. So why not spend some extra time in Tahiti? It's one of the most beautiful places in the world, and, well, you know, Honolulu's not bad. Do you know what I mean? So why not spend some time there as well? We book the hotels for you, coordinate those with the flights, and make it all happen. There's no extra booking fee for that. And to be able to do all that and put a low deposit of just £199 down today. And the biggest plus for me of this is I haven't arranged any of the travel. I've just called Cruise1st and booked the package. So it's all on them. Do you know what I mean? You've kind of, the responsibility is lifted from your shoulders. You know, £3,500 each considered sum to spend on a holiday. If you've arranged that yourself, if anything goes wrong, it's on your shoulders. If you book it with us, we're ABTA bonded, we're ATL protected, so you've kind of handed over all the hassle to us. And that for me is the dream of booking a package with Cruise1st, because it's like, yeah, you can deal with anything that comes along. Thank you. Love you.
Right, it's sunshine escapes left, right and centre in this show. And our team can easily tailor any of these offers for you. Just call us free on 0800 953 4700. Right, so off to the Caribbean for January now. Over 17 nights in all, starting on the 15th by flying out to Houston, Texas for a 2-night hotel stay.
Houston.
When you think of Houston, what do you think of?
Well, a spaceship takeoff.
Exactly. So that's what you can do when you're there. You can explore the Space Centre in Houston as well.
NASA, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the official visitor centre of NASA's Johnson Space Centre. Because of course you think of Kennedy Space Centre in Orlando.
Yes.
This is Johnson, so there's interactive exhibits, like artefacts, tour them. I mean, you can see rockets, see what they used to wear, the space suits. It's cool because I've been to the one in Orlando and it's really, really cool. So I bet this is just a bit better as well. But also when you think of Texas, do you not think of the food, the massive portions? Yeah. I mean, I want to go and have some like buffalo wings, ribs, and lots of yummy food. It's somewhere I've always wanted to go. And the music as well. I bet there's some really cool country music, isn't there, pumping out as well. I don't know.
Nice
just
live
the thought
venues.
of going to Texas, it's somewhere not everybody's been. It's exciting and it's so great that you get a couple of nights here before joining the Norwegian Prima for your 14-night all-inclusive cruise. I think Texas feels that it's going to be quite like a lot of energy, and then you're going to get on board and you're going to go, right.
Oh yeah,
Let's relax now.
Yeah, this is Dreamscape. I mean, look at that. You dive straight into the, well, not dive straight, but just lavish in the infinity pool as you sail away from Galveston in Texas, and you're on your dream cruise. I mean, everything about this is so smart, so sophisticated, such an escape as well. That's what these cruise lines are all about, providing you with a real escape. Something, I mean, racetracks, for instance. Yeah, that was still on the cruise ship you were looking there. There's a racetrack on board. Which is amazing because, bonkers. I mean, when you holiday, for me, I like to lie vertical. I like a book, a cocktail. I love the pool, the beach. Whereas you like to do stuff. I do like, I like wandering around and people watching, and I like to, stop off every now and again and get involved in the thrill-seeking things because they are fun. They are brilliant. They're great to watch other people do, but they're great to get involved in yourself as well. So it's just great that like everybody is kept happy on this holiday. I mean, I wouldn't say no to a water park. That's when everybody just becomes a big kid, don't they, as well? But then the adults water park, and I'm talking about the spa when I say that. Wow, just absolutely beautiful. And that's what I mean about, everything being an escape. I mean, like, I don't know about you probably, but I am not lying flat having a massage every fortnight. Yeah. And so on a cruise, I'd be much more likely to, which is, ultimately very good for me. Yeah, well, everything is a treat. It's a treat, and it's like 2 weeks of a treat. The food, you're not going to eat all this gorgeous food back at home that's cooked for you. You are just going to have the best time on board. Then our first port is in the Bahamas. I mean, wow, this is amazing. Great Stirrup Key, and this is about beach relaxation if that's what you want. I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. You're going to soak up the sun here, swim, those gorgeous crystal clear waters. Yeah, so chances are that you'll be the only ship in here because it's the private resort for Norwegians, so it's their private little bit of paradise. And there are very exciting things to do there, but you can just, there's a hammock for two. But they're sat in it. Lovely. Day at sea arriving in the British Virgin Islands, Tortola. There's a lovely craft alive market here, and it's near where the cruise ship docks, and you get locally made crafts, artwork and souvenirs as well. Antigua in the Caribbean, St. John's, you can swim and snorkel with gentle stingrays and even feed and pet them as well. Oh, amazing. And snorkel the coral reefs that ring the island and just like teem with amazing marine life as well. Philipsburg, St. Martin, which is a really interesting place because it's got two sides to it, the Dutch side and the French side. And you've got time, it's worth seeing both. The best beaches are Maho Beach or Great Bay Beach. That's the best snorkeling there if that's something you fancy. It's San Juan in Puerto Rico next. Now there's a really cool excursion here that takes you into the rainforest. You get to see some epic waterfalls, beaches, you get to see the countryside as well, but they also take you on a bit of a foodie tour, so you get to try the local food as well. So you kind of box everything off. Puerto Plata in the Dominican Republic next.
trip here, go out on a catamaran for the day. You get to see the beautiful white sand beaches, those lovely crystal clear waters, but then you go and meet the paradise pigs and piglets and swim and pet with them as well, which is amazing.
Swim with them?
Yeah,
oh.
They're like the sea pigs. Have you seen them before? Georgetown in Grand Cayman is next. You've got Stingray City here in the North Sound, so you can like wade in the shallow water, you can feed and touch them there as well, or just lie on the beach. Look at that, beautiful waters. We're going to call in at Cozumel in Mexico next. The Pearl Farm here is probably worth a visit. You can do the historical bit, learn about the cultivation of the pearls at the farm as well, take the guided tour. Oh, wonderful. Go and see the oysters up close. But at the end, buy them. That's the best bit. Yeah. A day at sea will take you back to Galveston and then it's your flight home.
See, didn't that sound like absolute joy? Didn't that sound like absolutely the kind of holiday that you just think, yeah, I need that? And you know, the places that you're going to, they're amazing, but all over this is a 2-week cruise. So as soon as you've got on that cruise ship and unpacked, that's it. You can just lie back, sit back, relax, let it all happen. Enjoy the spoils on board. Remember, we've included the premium drinks package here as well. You've got shore excursion credits for all of those places that you're going to as well. That helps you with, you know, discovering things that you want to do in all of these destinations. You've also got some Wi-Fi as well, which is really, really good. It's a whopping holiday to look forward to, I have to say. And it's not that far away. It's in January, but we can still put deposits down right now on this one. I think it's £199, isn't it? Yeah, £199 per person. And that's the flight out from the UK to Houston in Texas. 2 nights in a hotel there. That's going to be really exciting as well. Imagine not many people that you know have probably been to Houston as well. So you come back with, you'd be the first to tell all the stories. Then you've got your all-inclusive cruise on Norwegian Prima. 2 weeks, remember, of Caribbean bliss with the drinks, the 2 nights of speciality dining, the Wi-Fi and the shore excursion credits included, and the flight back to the UK as well. Gosh, you need to see this. You need to see this. Because just with the price of everything, you know, like the price of getting a train down to London, wherever you are, even if you're just outside London, do you know what I mean? It is crazy. So traveling around the UK is just not. So you think the further you travel, like much more you pay. But you've got a lot of holiday there in a very, very desirable part of the world. I mean, you're going out to the Caribbean, for heaven's sake. You're all inclusive on the cruise as well, which is incredible. Now, if you're interested in this, you just need to put your deposit down today of just £199 each. So call the team, quote NCL 319, and then just put your deposit down right now, and then you've got that price locked in. It's amazing. If you want to upgrade on the cruise, remember it's a 2-week cruise. Let's have a look at the prices to go up to ocean view, balcony, or indeed up to suite, which is lovely. Very, very nice to do. Lovely to do a balcony out in the Caribbean, of course, because if you do want those, you know, lazy breakfast / brunch on the balcony, then you can absolutely do that, because you've got a fair few sea days on that itinerary as well. It's not all port after port after port. You have got some sea days, and sea days are great on a cruise because you get to really enjoy the ship. You don't feel guilty about missing out on, you know, the place the ship has stopped. And also you can just kind of, you're off the timetable completely. You can do exactly what you want and when you want, which I think is really, really good. So if you want that, you know, that lay-in in the Caribbean, I don't know how you could lay in the Caribbean really. You'd want to be out in the sunshine one way or the other, wouldn't you? But again, if you want, you know, a little bit of a naughty late night, then you can, guilt-free, which is wonderful. And no one has to queue for a taxi, no one has to be nominated driver, none of that. There's only one driver, and that's the captain, and he's way up there on the bridge looking after everything for you. Not a problem whatsoever. Right, now I need to remind you very, very quickly that we have a live show now every single week, and it's very, very exciting, and lots of you are loving it. It's Cruise Deals Live. It happens on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. Polly is part of the show as well. I'm behind the scenes, so when you text in or email in, it's me that's sort of sifting through and sending them to Derek's iPad. So get in touch. I'm loving the interactivity. Sending me the golden nuggets. There's a chance to win a cruise on our Spin and Win wheel. We've got cruise line guests. We've got absolutely up to the minute exclusive deals, some that are only good
for
as long as the show is on air as well. So make sure you come and join us Tuesday nights at 8 live here on Cruise1st TV. So make sure you are here. Right, let's do one more offer, shall we, in this show?
We've got one final Sunshine Escape for you, and it's for next September. So just £199 each as the deposit. We'll lock in the deal now for 11 nights. We're cruising Greece and Turkey on the Norwegian Viva, and we start by flying you out to Athens first for a 2-night hotel stay. Now, my brother's just got back from Athens.
Oh, okay.
So he's a foodie. So his golden nuggets were that, wow, compared to sort of eating out in the rest of Europe, he was like, it really wasn't expensive to go out for dinner.
Oh.
Which he thought was lovely, and the food was delicious. I went many, many moons ago, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Going, seeing all that, like, because normally I think I went, when I was young, historical sites are a bit snore when you're young.
Yes, they
you
are.
don't appreciate it, and it really brought it to life for me. I thought the Acropolis was just absolutely incredible. The Parthenon, like, it's just all so beautiful. It's lovely. The people are friendly. As I said, the food is yummy, and it's all sort of, you can get around on foot as well. You can navigate it. And as we say with any city, the people watching is just wonderful. So after that 2 nights, you're going to join Norwegian Viva for your 9-night all-inclusive cruise of just relaxation, luxury, and you know how they go, it's not all about you. Do you ever hear that? Or have you ever heard you say that to someone before? Well, do you know what? Yes, it is. It is all about you when you step on board.
Well, yeah, and actually, just to take that one step further, if you're away with your other half, you might have slightly differing interests. Mm-hmm. One of you might want to go to the sports bar and watch the game on the screens and whatever, while the other might want to disappear into the spa and go, for a spa day. And that might not be, treatments or whatever. It would just be laying on one of those lovely warm beds and all the rest of it. And the great thing is, if you're going away with family groups or whatever, you can all go off and do your individual bits and pieces and then say, right, okay, we'll all meet up for dinner later. Or, I'll meet you outside the show. We'll all go and see the same show or whatever. Or you'll maybe take the same table for dinner in the evenings. You've got so many restaurants to choose from on board as well.
Yeah, the dining's wonderful. And like you were saying, if you're just going perhaps as a couple, and you might like to keep yourself to yourself, the thing about cruising is it can be really social. You can end up making friends on board. Let's all meet tomorrow for dinner. And that's a really, really nice holiday friends. But you can end up making like lifelong friends on board with like-minded people. It's just absolutely wonderful, isn't it?
It is nice. You meet the most fascinating people. In fact, you do get some really, really good ideas about the places that you're about to go to from people that have already been to those places that you meet on the ships, which is great.
It's amazing. So cruising out of the port for Athens, arriving in Thessaloniki in Greece. The White Tower here is a symbol of the town located on the waterfront promenade. You can climb to the top if you fancy it, learn about the history of the city and the tower as well. Then it is going to be Ephesus. Now, it's the ruins of the second largest Roman city located just outside Kousadasi, which again, we're talking about history, but it's so interesting. It's so many years old, and just to see it and imagine how they lived is amazing. Istanbul next, and it's great because you've got an overnight on board in port. I mean, this is a vibrant, buzzing place. Your sights, sounds, anything you want to do, whether you just want to go to like a coffee shop and people watch and go, wow. If you want to go to the Blue Mosque and the Grand Bazaar and kind of see those amazing historical sites, that's amazing as well. Mykonos is next. Now, the places we've been to, lots of history to do. I think when you go to Mykonos, it is known for the most incredible, beautiful beaches. I think you deserve a day of relaxation, the beautiful turquoise waters, those soft sands, and just relaxing. Santorini, you'll honestly feel when you're here like you're just on the set of Mamma Mia. It's just beautiful. I've been, and that, you see that picture there, is literally like that, the whole island. Very, very, very beautiful place. Roads here. Now, the nice place to wander through is the Old Town. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's got very well preserved fortifications. The streets are cobblestone. And when I say narrow, they are so incredibly narrow. At some points, only one person fits, but it's amazing. Heracleion on the island of Crete next. Now, the ancient ruins of Knossos Palace. I don't know, did you ever do Greek mythology in school? I did. So I went here as a kid and I made my parents take me to the Knossos Palace as well. What kind of child was I? Very interesting one. We're back into the port for Athens, where we'll fly you back to the UK.
It's funny, isn't it? You were saying earlier how when you're a kid, you don't really appreciate history because you just see lots of, ruins, and you think, well, this hasn't got a wall and this hasn't got a ceiling. So as a kid, it doesn't really mean a lot, does it? When you're an adult, you can it's funny, you can do make-believe even better when you're an adult, and you kind of imagine the life and the surroundings of the people that were there at the time, and that gives you something completely and utterly different, doesn't it? And you actually, you find yourself actually listening to that audio guide and taking it in and losing yourself in that world of Ephesus or wherever it may be. Very, very fascinating. Good to do, isn't it? Because every day is a school day one way or the other, isn't it? Even if you weren't paying that much attention the first time around. That'll be me then. So, do you fancy this? September next year, package includes the flight out to Athens. You've got a couple of nights in a hotel there, and then you've got 9 nights of free at sea cruising on the new Norwegian Viva through Greece and Turkey with drinks. You've got a night of speciality dining, some Wi-Fi and shore excursion credits as well, plus of course the flight back to the UK from Athens. Again, deposit today on this one of just £199 each, and et voila. See, this is so good because this is all inclusive with a really, really smart cruise line as well. One of their newest ships. You are going to love this, really, really love this. And if you've been waiting to kind of treat yourself, I mean, look at where this sits as well. 9th of September, have the children just gone back to school. It's time for a little escape. Maybe it's time for a little escape. Maybe, at a time where you're over the actual peak season. Something I must tell you as well, we've got an exclusive on this one, and on first glance it's not going to make any sense whatsoever. In fact, we're still trying to get our head around it. But exclusive to Cruise1st on this offer, the balcony upgrade price is actually lower than the ocean view if you're quick. I know, I think we need to see that, Mr. P, because actually when you say it, you think, hang on a minute. So that graphic there, Mr. P is very diligent and checks all of his graphics and treble checks them, and that is not a mistake. So to go to Ocean View is £899 more, but to go to balcony is just £649 more, which I don't think we've ever had on the screen before, a balcony price that's lower than the Ocean View. We've done free Ocean View to balcony upgrade, but we haven't done a balcony price that's lower than an ocean view price. So you might just want to take that up as quickly as you possibly can. And that means that this show could be hiked off air at any second when that offer is taken up, when people book up all of the balconies. Because from then, what happens? I have no idea whatsoever. But we have to make the show again. So I'd take advantage of that while you can. It's NCL 320. Just call the team now, NCL 320. And they'll make all the arrangements for you. And if you want to tailor the stays on that, you absolutely can as well. 0800 953 4700. It's just incredible. It's just bonkers. In fact, me and Mr. P were both messaging each other when we got the details of the offers for this show. We were like, something's not right there. Something's definitely not right. Balcony prices are never lower than the ocean view because, that's the point of upgrading, isn't it? You go from inside to ocean view to balcony to suite to wherever you want to. But yeah, that didn't quite make sense. But hey, there you go.
There you go.
That's our deal.
That is our deal. Now, we've got to mention Cruise Deal Live, don't we?
Oh, yes.
It's our brand new live show, Tuesdays from 8 p.m.
It is good fun.
Derek is the host.
I am.
But what's the most exciting thing about the show?
Everything. It just goes so quickly. It's just like a blur. But you get the very, very latest to the second offers. I mean, sometimes literally we are typing away the offers literally 2 minutes before the show actually starts. So it's bang up to date. Some special guests as well, and some special exclusive offers just for the show. Plus the chance to win a cruise, of course, as well. That's definitely a reason to be there. Tuesday nights at 8. Don't be late. Come and join me live every Tuesday for Cruise Deals Live. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. In the meantime, stay right where you are. We're back soon.
Bye-bye.
See you later.